This is a quick video to show you a little bit on the town of York in Western Australia, the first inland settled town, and this was filmed in summer 2019. Just around the back of the main street there's a park for the kids. Toilet facilities are along there as well. This is on the banks of the Avon River. This is the original free campsites for campers and RVs, but the new one is across the river, which I'll show you later. And there's the toilets on your left hand side. They'll just be coming up, turning right. Directly ahead is a coffee carriage that you can go and have meals in the evening sitting outside. It's very nice. Temperature today is about 36 degrees. It can get up to 45 and sometimes a little bit higher in the sun. The Avon River, don't worry about going fishing there. There's nothing in there. Maybe the odd turtle, a few ducks. The old tennis courts are on your left. We're going up Mount Brown now, which has a lookout at the top. There's two mountains. The other one on the other side of town, Mount Bakewell, that has no public access. As you can see, it's very dry. Luckily we haven't had a fire up here in a long time. But the view's magnificent and it's well worth the drive. There's a lot of other things to see in York while you're here as well. We have sports ground, horse racing. There's a free motocross track for the kids, one of the first ones. And a great view of the sky there. That's Mount Bakewell in the other side of the valley. York was named after the Yorkshire Dales, the same sort of rolling hills and countryside. You're now looking down onto the town of York, roughly in a northerly direction back towards Perth. Anzac Parade is held up here, the Dawn Parade, every year, and again that's something worth, if you're in town, dropping in and joining in with the locals. All are welcome. And coming back down with Mount Bakewell in the background again, and the town below us. It's a good walk if you want to do it, but I wouldn't recommend it doing in the heat of summer. There's a lot of old there's a lot of old buildings in town, so as you're driving around you'll see quite a few. We're on the other side of the river now. This is the new free parking area for RVs and self-contained campers. Again, the river's on your right hand side there. There's currently no facilities, but I understand it'll be developed further in the future. The toilets are across the other side, which you can access via the swing bridge, the walking bridge at the end of the park here. To get into town is straight across the swing bridge, and it's only a 5-minute walk. And all the facilities are in town. We'll be doing a bit of a drive through the main street very shortly. Croquet Club on the the right hand side there. Approximately 1909 it was established, and going strong. Right, just coming through an older part of town, you can see by the buildings there a lot of beautifully restored homes and cottages. At the end of the street is the original hospital, and on the right hand side is the residence for the nurses. It's all now privately owned. The Residency Museum is up on the right hand side here, another place to visit and learn a little bit more of the York history. And that's actually the foothills of Mount Brown in front of us there. Coming back into town over the second bridge, over the Avon River, this would be the main road heading back towards Perth. You can canoe in the river, but it's a bit sticky and stinky at this time of year. But during the winter months, it's well worth bringing a kayak up and exploring a little bit more around the place. The aged care facility on the left-hand side there is a recent addition to York. There are other facilities, the lodge and that, on the other side of town. As I say, this road would take you all the way back into Perth if you had come from Quairading or Northern behind, and turning right into the main street. The Gull service station's been there a long time. It's the only place you're going to get fuel on the weekend, so make sure you have topped up and don't leave it too late in the afternoon to stop in and get some fuel. Normally about 6 o'clock it closes. Right, coming through into the main street now. The large building on the left coming up is the town hall. You won't see the front of it in this video, but again, it's worth coming and having a visit and having a look. If you're into boot skirting, they have a couple of boot skirting classes there at night. Recently restored hotel on the left hand side there. As you'll see, a lot of the original buildings have been retained. 4 pubs in town. The Imperial, Settlers, the Castle, which is just coming up on the left hand side there, and the York at the far end of the street. On your right hand side, the big cream building just coming up now is the York Motor Museum, another great place to visit, and the old post office and courthouse on your right hand side there. York Co-op at the end of the street on the right. Get all your groceries, whatever you need, bits and pieces. Also a hardware store. The old Westpac Bank on the left hand side. That's about it. The end of York. Hope you come and visit us.